Now children, to look into how do we get the relation between the roots of a quadratic equation and the coefficients. For this, let's recall the two roots that we got for a quadratic equation. One was alpha and the other one was beta. Let's write down what was alpha. Alpha was minus b plus root of b square minus 4ac upon 2a. Right children? What was beta? Beta was minus b minus root of b square minus 4ac upon 2a. Now, to get the relation, once let's take the sum of alpha and beta, and once let's take the product. So let's continue. The first one, alpha plus beta. Now children, what will you do? Substitute in place of alpha the value, substitute in place of beta the value, and sum them up. So what is alpha now? Alpha is minus b plus root of b square minus 4ac upon 2a plus, what is beta? Minus b. As there are two signs, put them inside the bracket. So minus b minus root of b square minus 4ac, close the bracket, upon 2a. Now, let's solve it further. Right children? Here, you'll have to open the bracket. Okay? And can you see something else more children? The denominator for both the terms is the same. So, they can be put under the same denominator, common denominator, that is 2a. Let's write the first term's numerator as it is, minus b plus root of b square minus 4ac. Let's open the bracket children. When you open the bracket, you know, bracket means which operation we perform? We perform the operation of taking the product. So plus into minus gives you minus b. Again plus into minus gives you minus the term root of b square minus 4ac. Right? Now, let's see what all can be cancelled children. Can you see over here? We have plus root of b square minus 4ac along with the same term but with a minus sign. Minus root of b square minus 4ac. So once when you have a plus and a minus before the same terms, they get cancelled. So it gets cancelled, and what are you left with then? You're just left with minus b, again over here minus b upon 2a. Now children, minus b means what? Minus 1b minus 1b. Right? So minus 1 gives you minus 2b upon 2a. Can you reduce? Definitely. 2 ones are 2 ones are. So what are you left with? Minus b upon a. So ultimately children, what did you get? You got alpha plus beta is equal to minus b upon a. Minus b upon a. This relation we got between the coefficients by summing up the two roots, alpha and beta. Now children, we have done with the addition of the roots of the given quadratic equation. Now let's take the product. Once again, what is alpha? Alpha is equal to minus b plus root of b square minus 4ac upon 2a. What is beta? Beta is equal to minus b minus root of b square minus 4ac upon 2a. Now what do? We take their product, alpha into beta. So when we take the product children now, substitute in place of alpha its value substitute in place of beta its value and take the product. So what do you get? Minus b plus root of b square minus 4ac upon 2a into the value of beta minus b minus root of b square minus 4ac upon 2a. Now children, look at the denominator. But first, can you reduce? Definitely not. So what will you do over here? Numerator into numerator divided by denominator into denominator. So let's first write it. Minus b plus root of b square minus 4ac into minus b minus root of b square minus 4ac upon 2a multiplied by 2a. Now, if you look at the numerator, children, some terms are repeating in both the brackets. Let's check it out. Minus b as the first term in the first bracket. Again, minus b is repeated as the first term in the second bracket. Let's move on further. Look over here, children. Root of b square minus 4ac. Here again you have root of b square minus 4ac. Does this brush up something that we have already studied about a formula? Yes. Now if we have same terms, a plus b and a minus b, same terms in both the brackets, only the difference lies in the sign. Once with a plus, once with a minus. Then what is the answer? The answer is a square minus b square. So let's imply that formula for the numerator while taking the product. So what do you get? Over here, what is your a? Your a is minus b. So the answer is a square, that is minus b square minus. What is your b? Your b is square root of b square minus 4ac, the whole square. So square root of b square minus 4ac, the whole square. So this shows that this is a square minus b square upon 2a into 2a. 2 multiplied by 2 is 4. A into a gives you a square. Let's proceed, children. Now, minus b into minus b. Minus into minus is plus. B into b is b square. Minus. Now, children, pay attention over here. Root of b square minus 4ac, the whole square. You've already studied, children. When you have root of a, the whole square, what answer do you get? It is nothing but root a into root a, which gives you root of a into a, which is equal to root of a square, that is only a. So when you have a term in the square root sign which is square, ultimately the answer is the term itself. Same thing you apply over here. Root of a square will just be equal to a. So what will the answer be? As you have a minus sign, put a bracket and then write the answer. So what the answer will be? Root of a, the whole square, will be just a. And what is your a over here? Your a is b square minus 4ac. b square minus 4ac. Close the bracket and the denominator is 4a square. Let's open the bracket, children. In the numerator, b square minus into plus is minus. Minus into minus gives you plus 4ac upon 4a square, which gives you, do you have like terms with opposite sign in the numerator? Yes. Over here you have plus b square minus b square. So they get cancelled. So what are you left with? 4ac upon 4a square. What gets reduced immediately, children? 4 ones are 4 ones are. So what are you left with? So over here you are left with AC upon A square. Can you further solve it? Definitely yes. So this will be written as AC upon A into A. A square is A into 8. A gets cancelled. So you're just left with C upon A. So finally what did you get, children? When you take the product of both the roots, that is alpha into beta, the answer is coefficient of the constant, that means constant term C divided by coefficient of the square term. So alpha into beta is equal to C upon A. And what was alpha plus beta? It was minus B upon A. Now children, once you know the roots of the quadratic equation, that is alpha and beta, we can obtain the quadratic equation. What was x? One root was equal to alpha or x was equal to beta. Now children, if x is equal to alpha, that means x minus alpha will be equal to 0. Positive, when it's transferred, that term becomes negative. Or same thing apply it over here. X minus beta will be equal to 0. Take the product of both the terms. So what do you get? Left hand side, x minus alpha into x minus beta, which will be equal to 0. On the right hand side, open the bracket, children. We know how to open the bracket and how to multiply binomials. What do we do, children? Split up one bracket and unsplit the other and take the product. So x into x minus beta minus alpha into x minus beta, which is equal to 0. Let's open the bracket throughout. X into x gives you x square minus x into beta will give you beta into x. Over here, minus into plus gives you minus. Alpha into x will give you alpha x. Minus into minus will give you plus. Alpha into beta gives you alpha into beta, which is equal to 0. Now children, which terms are like terms which you can group together and take out something common? Over here you have it, children. Here what is common? You see that x is common. So let's solve it, children. X square minus what comes out common? X. Right? Then what are you left inside, children? Open the bracket. Here you have minus beta x. But already minus is out. So you have only beta. Here you have minus. So inside minus into what will give you minus? Minus into plus will give you minus. So into alpha plus alpha beta, which is equal to 0. Inside the bracket you can rearrange. 2 plus 3 can also be written as 3 plus 2 in case of addition. So what are you left with? X square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta, which is equal to 0. So children, once you know the roots of the quadratic equation, you can obtain the quadratic equation as x square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta, which is equal to 0. Now children, we have obtained an equation having the given roots, that is x square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta, which is equal to 0. And how did you find out the answer for alpha plus beta? Alpha plus beta was found to be minus b upon a, and upon A. Using this, we will solve this activity. Now, let's see the first problem. For the quadratic equation 10x square plus 10x plus 1 is equal to 0, fill in the answers in these boxes. What do they want? They want the value of alpha plus beta as well as the answer of alpha into beta. Now you know the relation, right? So what is alpha plus beta? It is minus b upon a. For that, we should know what is b, what is a from the given quadratic equation. Let's write it down, children. What is a? A is 10. What is b? B is again 10 with a plus sign. There is no need of writing the sign. And c is 1. So what will the answer be for alpha plus beta? It is minus b upon a. So minus 10 upon 10. We will just solve it over here, children. Minus b upon a is minus 10 upon 10. It gets reduced. So you are left with an answer minus 1. So you will write the answer directly in the box. Let's move on further to find the answer of alpha into beta. What is alpha into beta? C upon A. What is your C over here? C is equal to 1. And what is A over here? 10. So 1 upon 10 will be the answer. Right? Let's move on further, children, to do the second problem. Write the quadratic equation if addition of the roots is 10 and the product of the roots is 9. That means what is given to you? The sum of the roots is 10 means what is given is alpha plus beta. Addition means sum is equal to 10 and product is 9. That means alpha into beta is equal to 9. So let's solve. Therefore, the quadratic equation will be equal to x squared minus, what do you put in over here? Here you put in alpha plus beta. That means the answer that they have given for the sum of the roots. That is 10. Plus, what do you write over here? The product of the two roots. The answer for the product of the two roots is given as 9. So, this is ready. So, let's rewrite the quadratic equation. X squared minus 10 into x is 10x plus 9. So, you are done with the second problem. Let's move on. There's one more, children. What will be the quadratic equation if alpha is equal to 2 and beta is equal to 5? So, let's do it. Now, what is given? Alpha value is given as 2 and beta is equal to 5. So, let's proceed. So, what do we get? X squared minus, into bracket you have alpha plus beta into x. So, what is your alpha over there? 2. What is your beta over here? 5 into x plus, over here you will have the product of the two roots. That is 2 into 5. Let's continue. Over here, what is the coefficient of the square term? When there is no number, it is taken as 1 minus 2 plus 5 inside the bracket becomes 7x plus 2 into 5, that is 10, which is equal to 0. So here, children, depending on what we know and what is given in the problem, you can definitely solve the activity problems. Now let's proceed with few more problems in activity. See, there are 3 problems written on the board. Let's concentrate on the first one. The quadratic equation given over here is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. What next? They have given you 2 values of what, children? B square minus 4ac, that is delta, discriminant. One is a positive value 5 and the other value is a negative one, minus 5. What have they asked? They have asked you to determine and write what are the nature of the roots. When b square minus 4ac is greater than 0, that means when it is a positive one, the roots will be real and unequal. So what will you write over here? Real and unequal. What about the second? Over here, b square minus 4ac is a negative number, less than 0. So what will the nature of the root be? It will be not real. So this finishes with the first problem. Let's continue. In the second one, they have given you the sum of the roots as -7. What else? They have given you the product of the roots as 5. You have to make the quadratic equation and fill up this box. So how do you write the quadratic equation? You remember, children, it is written in the form of x squared minus into bracket alpha plus beta into x plus alpha into beta. Now, over here they have already given you the answer of sum of the roots, that is alpha plus beta. Here they have given you the product of the roots, that is alpha into beta, that is alpha beta. So let's put it in the quadratic equation form. So over here you will have x squared minus, I'll write it here, children, x squared minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta, which is equal to 0. So over here x squared is written, minus you'll have to put down, but inside the bracket again what is the answer given? -7. So minus into -7. Minus into minus will give you plus 7 into x plus alpha into beta. The answer is given as 5, which is equal to 0. Right, children? Now, the next one. If alpha, beta are roots of the given quadratic equation, this is the quadratic equation given to you. You have to write the values of alpha plus beta and alpha into beta. You know, children, over here, what is alpha plus beta? Alpha plus beta is always equal to minus b upon a. And what is alpha into beta? It is c upon a. You can find out both the answers provided from the given quadratic equation. You are able to find out what is a, what is b, what is c. Now let's see, children, minus as it is. What is b over here, children, in this given quadratic equation? Is it 4 or -4? Always take the values of a, b, c along with the sign before it. So what is b over here? -4 upon a. What is the value of a? 2. So minus into minus is plus. 4 upon 2. You can reduce it. 2 1s are 2 2s are. So the answer is 2. Let's write it down. Right? Let's move further, children. Alpha into beta is c upon a. What is c? Is it 3 or -3? It is -3 upon a. What is a? 2. So finally, what is the answer? You cannot reduce. So what will the answer be? Alpha into beta is equal to -3 upon 2. Right, children? So we have done with the problems in the activity. So once you know the equation, you know how it is in relation with the coefficients, you can find out the answer for any problem given in the activity.